So what I've done here is gone to Google search and typed in Purdue OWL. So we're just going to click on this. Purdue OWL is kind of your go-to at any given time for citation information. Now some of you may be accustomed to using APA, but in this class I'm going to encourage you to use MLA unless you talk with me about switching to APA. So if you turn something in with APA, I get confused, like did you just do the wrong one or what's going on? So if you want to use APA, just let me know. What's nice about this is that it shows you all of these different options that you have. A couple things that I want to look at with you are the in-text citations here. I noticed that there are several issues within the drafts that you've submitted to the discussion forum with in-text citation. Specifically, some of you are oversighting and some of you are not citing at all. Remember, anything that is not considered common knowledge needs some sort of citation. However, your citation should not take over your essay. Your essay wants to be your ideas. You're using the secondary information for support. It isn't completely your support. You're supporting your ideas with that secondary concept. So what I like here is that they give you some examples. You'll notice the first element from the Works Cited page, which in this case is the author's last name, is here, followed by the page number. This is an example of a direct quote. So what I anticipate as the reader is that this exact phrasing is found in the original passage exactly as it is. This next one is the exact same direct quote, but instead of having the author's name in text, it's instead moved into the in-text or parenthetical note. And this last one is an example of paraphrase. The author has rephrased the quotation, what it was directly, into his or her own words. When you paraphrase, you need to be very careful not to have 4 words in a series that are the same structure or the same actual words, as that is plagiarism. You'll notice the author's last name and the page number are still here. If you have something that doesn't have an author, which happens, kind of frequently, then it's going to look something like this. You'll notice that they have the Works Cited entry here that you can see, and it takes the first element from the Works Cited entry and abbreviates it. Okay, so you can see you maintain the format with the quotation marks, and then this particular one does have a page number. A lot of times websites don't have a page number, so you can just, just have the title there. All right, other things I want to draw your attention to. Many of you are using electronic sources for your Works Cited entries. Important note about URL. URLs are typically not required in 2009 MLA, so you can leave those out. This list here, the basic styles here, is helpful because this gives you what to look for in any of the websites that you examine. Most of you will not cite an entire website for this project. Instead, you'll be citing a page from a website. So you'll notice you find the title of the site, the publisher, the date of publication, and ND stands for no date, NP back here would be no publisher, the medium of publication, which is web, and then the date that you accessed it. And this is just a typical. Again, you can go back to this list and see what else could I possibly put in there. Now if you're dealing with something else, like for example you got on the library database and you found a great source, you would want to look at one of these. Okay, so you've got the author's last name, you've got the title of the piece, you've got the original publication name, the original publication information. This one has a volume issue number, and this one does not, so you can see the difference there, along with the original pagination. Then you have the online database or subscription service that you found it from, notice the italics, followed by the medium of publication, followed by your date of access, because some of these electronic services do change. Other things you might be interested in, the book entry. Obviously if you're citing your illustrator's book, right, you might want to address one of those. You'll notice print here is going to be your medium of publication. In general, I was happy with the main ideas that I saw, but I definitely saw some citation issues, and I thought instead of addressing all of them individually, since many of you are looking at the same issues, that I would just address it here in the video. If you have questions, please feel encouraged to ask.